Our first 5 readers will be Kevin Anderson, Jordan Thompson, Deanne Evans, Aaron Tolley, and Kuniko Poole.
Hey, I'm Kevin. My poem's called Grandpa's Foresight. Grandpa's Foresight. Past the gate, across the hayfield, Grandpa's got a ditch. Runs by the east property line. Uses it for irrigation. Cattle use it for drinking. I use it for the frogs. When a neighbor downstream has the water rights, I cross the gate, walk to the ditch, and leave my responsibilities at the old A-frame. Leopard frogs lays in the grasses on the shore. Walk along the bank spook zone to the water safety. Grandpa'd say, that's when you see 'em if you're fast enough. When we were fast enough, my sister and I haul 'em back to the old farmhouse and keep 'em in Grandma's old sour cream containers. One time, I go walking back to the farmhouse, frog in hand, grin big as a 10-gallon hat. Grandpa draws me up, says, did you shut the gate this time? I stand there looking dumb as a mule. As the frog slips away, Grandpa says, hope you catch Holsteins good as frogs.
I'm Jordan Thompson, and the poem I'm reading is called Tack. I'm hiding in the sun, curled up small, hands bracing the sides of a plastic tunnel so I can't be seen by others outside. This is the worst time to catch the it disease before the end of lunch. The virus would sit inside me, gnawing at my insides until second recess. I hear a shrill whistle. I have to see if it's my teacher. Slowly, I drop one hand, sit down, and whoosh down the slide. The light outside is so bright I'm blind. I don't want to catch it. My eyes adjust and my heartbeat slows when I see my class lining up. It is running towards me, hand outstretched. Too late.
Hi, I'm Deanne Evans, and the poem I'm reading is called Grandpa Charlie's Dream. My grandpa had a dream. He dreamt of a place where his family could escape the world and just be together. So he bought some land and a cabin kit, a life-size Lincoln log set. My grandpa had a dream. All the outside walls included, just build it yourself. So my dad, uncle, and aunt got their families together. We drove for 2 hours and arrived on a hill. We built our cabin there. My grandpa had a dream. He divided the rights, a third to each child. He never intended it any other way. In an ideal world, this might have worked, but greed got in the way. My grandpa had a dream, but he died, you see. So my uncle tried to take it all. I grew up there. Summer, winter, fall, spring. It was always better there. My uncle ruined my memories, now tainted with greed. My grandpa had a dream. He just didn't realize the nightmare it would become.
All right, I am Aaron, and I will be reading Recurring Nightmares. Recurring nightmares streak across my mind like lightning across lurid sky, fuming waves, where a lost seaman struggles to stay on a sinking dinghy. Chill scratches at his numbed legs, like desperate fingernails gripping at sheer walls of loosened soil. The hole where a boyfriend discards a young girl in the woods. She whimpers like a wounded sheep, watching the wolf circle, stalk, with salivating mouth and hungry teeth. Teeth that consume everything like a fire in a dry cornfield, turning all to black. The scarecrow fights against tight ropes as the heat tickles his warmy feet.
I'm Kuniko Poole, and I'll be reading a poem called Famine. Famine. The wind lifts bare fingers, sloping, like skin stretched over wretched ribs, gasps inherent in the sound. The trees flaunt charmless, chattering skeletons, their petrified centers trembling with emptiness. And I just walk here, feeling the hard green starts of spring buds, sprouting pain through all my pores, until I bloom, plunging feet into the distant dark, so that I can turn myself to the warm miracle of sunlight.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Sarah Timmerman, Jared Monson, Lauren Smith, and Isaac Tim.
Hi, I'm Sarah Timmerman, and I will be reading Replacing Jesus. He had been there for years. He clung to stucco in the unfinished basement. The black 7x9 frame made him look dignified. Robed in red and white, his bearded face smiled at me for 2 minutes every night, while on my knees at my red bedspread. His grimace appeared when gazing at him from anywhere else. Questions hung in the air between us. One day I bought a little box of 25 pastels, $9.95 at Walmart. I knelt on the tan carpet for hours, intently blending maroon, sepia, goldenrod, umber, black, covering the empty and coarse white paper. I finally stopped, finding myself on canvas. I needed a frame. I could have bought one, only $7.99 at Hobby Lobby, but I wanted to see if black would make me dignified too. I cut off the edges pastels hadn't touched, fit my likeness behind the glass. I left his image behind my own.
I'm Jared Monson. And this poem is called Hourglass. The mind tide is rising. Stragglers line beaches, squinting into black, jagged waves for their silver savior, somewhere on a raft, bound for new shore. They wait flinching, under bones the sea spits back, foam lashing at knees, quick sand. The weakest drown first, their cries turned to salt.
I'm Lauren Smith, and this is Social Leprosy. They painted the trunks of the trees white. I don't think trees like it. I think the other trees laugh, shout mean things, and spread rumors because a white trunk is social leprosy. I bet you their leaves turn yellow and red in grade school, and that they fall sooner than everyone else. I bet these trees don't date or get out much, and I bet others poke branches. These trees probably just stay here, alone, droopy, and swaying in public opinion. If you talk about it, their bark probably gets rough. They probably need therapy. Not enough manure as a sapling, the psychiatrist would say. And drone on about seeds and where they should be planted. They'll give them a pill for termites and send them on their way, and they'll go home, think about suicide, and try to work out how to jump in front of a car.
I hope this is less entertaining than my poem. Can you hear me? Okay. The island of Barbados in the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean, in the 16th and 1700s, it was where Great Britain got its sugar. At its height, the heights of slavery in Barbados, 500,000 souls were sent to Barbados. 3/4 of those men died from abuse and overwork. This poem is called Burning Barbados. Burning Barbados that begins each season in flames, ire-eyed red on black frames, given to the god sugar men for the flames, and they ran before the cane like Dana before the mast, but to their graves. And Ariel bore witness, wept, 40 days of rain.